Hello, everyone. This is something I've been building up the courage to do for a long, long time. I want to talk about Morgellons disease. I don't agree with the name, but some bullshit name about something that happened in France 300 years ago. It's just a name. What it really is, well, that's what I want to talk about. Now, has anybody else got the balls to talk about it with me? I suffer from this horrendous affliction, and it's fucking horrible. Um, for years now, I've worked out how to manage it and live with it. Everyone else around me is blissfully unaware that this is happening, because they don't have it. Let's talk about the black hairs that invaded my face that are not mine. Let's talk about the hairs that come out of my skin. Let's talk about the things that have invaded my body, the things that take all my energy. I've written some things down here just to have some order on this post. I've been to groups on Facebook, and there's trolls on this Morgellons group on Facebook. There's always trolls there. Where do they come from? What's their end game? What's their point? Who sent them? There's always bitching, infighting. It seems to be a load of a waste of time. Now, these things are primarily in my face, and they're very prevalent in my genitalia as well. Now, I think that's where the epicenter of where they are is. It takes a lot of courage for me to come on and say this. Let's talk about these black hairs, the little bulbs on the end of them. What the hell are they? The morgs themselves, which are too small to see with the naked eye, usually, under circumstances, they have become larger. They do show themselves at times. What the hell are they? They're able to use microplastics or any bit of crap from the atmosphere, grab them and use that to become a physical presence. They use little bits of fluff, clothes. They use their own blue and red fibers all the time. I've sometimes seen them in larger sizes. When they've taken over bits of whatever, fluff, whatever, they become exactly their shape, but much larger. I've sometimes seen them cloak themselves. That's happened a few times. Oh yeah, they can cloak themselves. They can become see-through, water-like. These creatures that have invaded my body. Who's got the balls to talk about this with me? Where does that technology come from? It's not natural to do that. There's so many things I've seen that I know they're not natural. I know they're not. I've seen many tiny squares on my body, usually black, shiny, tiny squares. Now, they can look like nanochips, and I think they are, some of them. I think these things are sort of self-powering. I think they have their own battery source, and I think they get energy from my body somehow, which is why I lack in energy all the time. They get under my skin, they burrow and hide. They create a biofilm all over me, so I have a second skin that I permanently have to scrub off. And they use that to live in, from what I understand. In the past, at my worst, they make my skin crawl and they bite and sting really hard. And when I'm trying to scrub them away from the house, off my body, pour bleach or whatever, they attack me because they have a hive mentality. I'm not crazy. This is something that I've carefully considered and studied to my best ability for 4 or 5 years now. This is what they are. This is the reality. I've done my crying. I've done my being helpless. It's time to tackle it now. It's time to talk about it. They've ruined my life. but I'm not going to let them anymore. I'm still here. I'd love to kill myself and donate my body to medical science, to the Clifford Carnicom Foundation in America, who does understand what they are and where they come from. I'm not here to talk about where they come from today. I'm here to talk about the fact they exist. They are parasites. They're parasites that can camouflage themselves. They're parasites that can change size. They're parasites that seem to thrive off the human body, get all their energy from the human body. They have a hive mentality. The worst thing is when you go to the doctor when you first have them, your life is ruined. You're desperate for some help. The doctor tells you that you're crazy and that you've imagined it all. That's the go-to line. Now, they test you for parasites. They'll only test for 6 or 7 different parasites. And if none of them came up, no, nothing. You've got nothing. Of course, they don't look for Morgellons. They're not allowed to. So Lyme disease. I think they're the new Lyme disease. I think Lyme disease is possibly from the same family, the sort of Mark 1 version of them. These black hairs, these zombie hairs on my face that turn different colors, that are thick, that appear from nowhere. Sometimes they can point out, and they are without a doubt being used as an antenna for something. Now, again, I'm not getting into what they are at the moment, where they're from. I just want an open conversation about it. I'm not crazy. I know loads of other people have it out there. I've recently been living in Southern California, which is where I really think that I caught it, or it really excelled. Some drugs make them they love drugs, they love sugar. There's a few things I've learned that drive them crazy. Tobacco. I'm not going to lie to you. The honest truth is I've dabbled in recreational drugs, in my 20s and in my 30s when the time's right. And I have learned that certain drugs just drive them crazy. They love them. And I think they're in certain drugs. Okay. So the doctors still classify this as a mental health issue. So basically it's all in our heads. Well, no, it bloody isn't. I'm of sound mind. I have depression that's been caused by these things because people kill themselves having this disease. You've got to be bloody strong to realize what's really going on. And so let's challenge this. Let's see if this is allowed to stay on YouTube. Let's challenge this. I just want an open conversation about it. Does anybody else suffer from Morgellons disease, or what's known as Morgellons disease? What symptoms do you have? How have you got better? Have you got better? Have you learned what's effective in fighting it? I know baths with borax and things, and bicarbonate soda are really good for the biofilm. It's a daily challenge to get this biofilm off me. These symptoms of Morgellons have been devastating to my social life, my sleep, my confidence. It's made me feel like I'm going completely mad at times. Just need to get this out. I'm not mad. None of us are mad. Sometimes when the doctors diagnose this as a mental health problem, I think they know it's not. So what the hell is going on there? Okay. I did it. I finally got this out. Let's have an open, honest conversation about this, The word conspiracy theorist is going to be used to shut somebody down. It's a brilliant word to shut somebody down. If you don't want them to talk about a certain subject, you're a conspiracy theorist. If you think I'm a conspiracy theorist, then don't bother interacting, man. Move on. This is for people who want to find out what's really going on. Okay, I really want to hear from you. I would love to hear what you think if you don't have it. We're not mad. We're not making this up. I just want my old life back. I want to work. I want to have energy. I don't have to scrub a biofilm off me all day, every day. Okay. Look forward to hear from you. My name is Gareth Kells, and let's talk about Morgellons disease. It's time.